Hey, it's Sammy Approved. We're hanging out with RnBae Collective, Atlantic Records, and my guy, Sebastian Mikael. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you
Boston
for having
in the
me.
building.
Boston in the house.
Sweden in the
Sweden
building.
in the house.
Wow.
Let's get it.
Come on, culture. In New York now, you know?
Right.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
New York to the Heights. Shout out to the Heights.
Yes.
All my Dominicans out there.
Yes, Dominican. I told you I love Dominican food off the record, but you know, I had a good time in Boston recently, so I'm excited to get into this.
Hell yeah.
But we're here for the 5 Senses of Love show tonight with RnBae Collective, and I really want to know, obviously, you've probably been doing music for what? How long have you really been invested in your career as a musician?
Right. I'd say about like 5 years.
Okay, and how long have you been doing music?
About 10.
Yeah.
10 is when 10 years ago is when I started making beats. Well, I was already making beats, but that's when I started like, you know, recording, trying to put together words and make sense of them. You know what I mean? Like trying to write and stuff like that. So.
Well, if you could do anything else besides music and it didn't really have anything to do with you making money, just because you love to do it, what else would that be and why? It
would be some sort of medium in art, like either painting or fashion, or probably painting.
Do you do that now?
Yeah, I do actually.
Sweet.
I did it from when I was like 7. I used to write graffiti. Back when I was young, I used to.
You was out there in the street tagging things?
Going crazy, yeah.
That's dope. Did you have like a signature tag?
I did. Sukasa.
That's fire. Is there some stuff still up, you think?
Probably not.
Probably not. It's worth a try.
Right,
like, you still tagging the street?
So long ago.
So long ago. That's super dope. I didn't know that about you. Okay, cool. So let me ask you this. I'm sure that you've been able to collaborate with people before, especially as on the production side and, you know, just working with people. But I'm curious to know if you could collab with anyone, they don't have to be with us anymore, any sort of project, who would that be and why? Solange. You said that so you were ready.
Yeah.
Let's manifest right now. Solange.
Right, Solange. Yeah, we're working together. It's happening.
It's happening.
For sure.
Well, let's get it.
Yeah, no, she, I think she's like one of the artists right now that are really saying something. You know, I like everything from her, like this sonically and, you know, what she's doing musically to what she writes about, she talks about. I think she's, you know, one of the greatest, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, her last project was sick.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Okay, so since you just kind of started like really investing in yourself 5 years ago, I'm curious, do you remember the very first song that you ever recorded?
Oh, man. It was like, I don't really honestly remember. I remember the melodies. I can't really remember what I was saying.
Can you hum it?
Let me think. Makes me feel. That's all I remember.
Makes me feel. Everybody had the "Makes Me Feel" in that first song. You was talking about, what was you talking about? Love.
I remember I was talking about like she's an angel in disguise and she's or the devil in disguise. I can't remember. One of those like.
That could mean a lot of different things.
Right, but it was one of those. I remember it being kind of trippy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you this too. You know, growing up, were you listening to a lot of R&B growing up, a lot of neo soul, that sort of thing? What were you listening to coming up?
Anything my mom would play in the house.
She
would usually play a lot of R&B and neo soul.
Okay.
Jazz.
Okay, so from what you heard growing up for R&B to what it is now in 2019, 2020, what do you think of that evolution from you as a child to now, what you're creating, and like, because I don't think that R&B is R&B, you know what I mean? I don't think there's a definitive answer to like a genre right now, what we're creating. So just from your perspective as an artist, just kind of really getting your feet wet 5 years ago in terms of investing in this, what are you doing? Maybe it's the same, but like, how do you think it's evolved?
Well, R&B in general, I think has to evolve. I don't think we can stay in the same place and expect it to sound the same. I think that.
Why is that though? Why can't we stay in the same place?
Because we're evolving. We're not thinking the same. We're not as traditional.
Yeah.
I think the internet and social media and all of that stuff definitely had a big impact on how people think, you know?
Absolutely.
And just being exposed to different things. I think everything now is more alternative. It's hard to like really put a genre on people's music because it's like, because we're exposed to so many things.
Exactly, I agree.
And as far as my music, I feel like I went through a journey to find the sound that I have today. You know?
Yeah.
Like I never just had it. Like it took me a while to really find it and, you know.
Hone in on that.
Exactly.
Absolutely. What would you define your sound as then? Like what would you say that, if you had to like name it? Afrofuturistic.
It's just soul. It's soul. That's the main ingredient, soul. And then everything else is like alternative.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know.
Whatever you're feeling.
Whatever I'm feeling.
Absolutely. I love that. So tell them what you have out right now, what you have coming up, what you're excited about, and how you're about to kill the stage tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, get those vocals right.
Yes. Right now, I have 2 EPs out. I See You, You See Me, Part 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're on tour right now with Mahalia, who's a label mate of mine. So, you know, it's great. Best tour I've been on.
Yeah, really?
Definitely.
Favorite place so far?
Favorite place, Chicago. Yeah, that was a fun show.
Yeah,
that was a fun show.
I'm sure.
And LA. LA and Chicago was the best
Sweet.
shows.
That's what's up. Yeah. So tour, you got the 2 EPs out right now.
Mm-hmm. We're pushing a single called Time. And, you know, after the tour, I'm just going back, finishing up music, finishing up the next project.
Back in the stew.
Yeah, back in the stew, you know. That's all it is.
It's all it is.
On the road and in the stew. Like,
that's the life. That's the life.
Right. That's how I want to live. Right.
Absolutely. That's what's up. Well, I'm happy to have had you. Tell them where they can find you on social media.
You can find me at Sebastian Mikael. I spell Michael with a K.
Yes.
It's not the regular.
That's why
you say Mikael. Right.
Trying to be extra.
There's no apostrophe in there, so it's
right.
not a Kel.
It's not Kel, yeah. Sebastian Mikael.
Sebastian Mikael. Yeah, that's my handle for all social media.
Sweet.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I've had it was a pleasure hanging out with you.
Likewise.
Here, RnBae Collective. You guys, if you weren't here, I'm so sad for you because he's closing out the show.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I feel bad.
He closes out the show. Right. We're having a good time. RnBae Collective, Atlantic Records. Thank you so much. We out of here.
Peace.
All right, Sebastian. We're getting into 5 senses of love, but this time we're really tapping into those 5 senses. So we're gonna start with taste first. I'm gonna just kind of bring this little fork. You just, no freaky stuff, but you're gonna just, no, I'm gonna.
Oh, you gonna feed me?
First date, blind date. Here we go.
Okay.
You ready? Just
Yeah.
stick your tongue out. What's that?
Tastes like sugar, like brown sugar or something.
Brown sugar? No, it's not. But what does
Wait,
that remind
honey.
you of? Yes.
It tastes like honey.
What does honey remind you of?
The tea I'm drinking right now.
Facts. Get those vocals right. Absolutely. Okay, this next one is just touch. I'm gonna hand you this. You can actually, just
What am I doing?
feeling it. Now
Oh, just feeling it?
Mm-hmm. Just touch. Just touch.
This feels like a feather, like a bird or something. I don't know.
A bird.
It feels like a feather.
Yeah, it is a feather. You're good at this.
I mean, that was pretty easy.
Okay. Does that feel like connect you to anything?
It reminds me of a hat that I lost. I used to have a feather on the side, and I used to always touch it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, the next one is smell. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with this smell, but I know a lot of guys don't really like it.
That's like acetone or some shit.
Damn near. It's nail polish.
Nail polish.
That was so specific. Does nail polish have acetone in it?
I think that,
Nail polish remover I know does, but
Oh, okay, nail polish, actual nail polish.
Yeah, actual nail polish.
Got you.
That was so specific. Wow, okay. Does that scent remind you of anything?
Just like growing up, like I would smell, I grew up in a household full of women, so,
Yeah.
I would definitely always smell that.
Okay, I'm gonna take your blindfold off and then we're gonna get into these other senses. Is that cool? Awesome. I'm gonna cut in and out of this too. All right. Last thing.
Oh.
Sight.
Woo.
What does this remind you of?
That reminds me of when I was like 8 or 9 and I wanted this so bad. And my cousin got me Are You Still Down Instead, which was a double album that came out after they both came out after he passed.
Yeah.
But I wanted this one because it had changes on it. Where I got Are You Still Down, but then I fell in love with those songs.
Yeah,
Because, you know, back then it was whatever album you had to rock with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a classic.
You can keep it.
No way.
You can keep it.
Okay, thank you.
It's all yours. It's all yours.
Appreciate that.
All right, and then last thing, I'm gonna play a song for you. So I want you to take these headphones. It's a classic R&B song, and I want you to let me know what this connects you to, or like what this makes you think of. You ready? Oh. You know what it is?
So like early 2000
For sure.
R&B vibes. Reminds me of middle school. I don't even know the song, but
Really? You know.
what song is it?
Has he not?
Oh. Yeah, right. Yep. Wow. So when I started singing, I was listening to Usher a lot. Good vibes. Yeah, I love it.
Perfect. Well, thank you for playing my little game with me. It's the 5 senses of love.
That was
It's
my
the
favorite
5
part of the interview.
Yes? You enjoyed that? Good. I'm happy you had a good time. Sebastian, 5 senses of love, RnBae Collective, Atlantic Records, and we out of here.